That is the headlamp without the LED projector installed. That's the low beam, and that is the high beam. And that is the LED projector installed. That's the high beam, and that is the low beam. Hello guys, and welcome back to my channel. And today I am back with another very interesting DIY video where I would be installing an LED projector unit onto this motorcycle, which is a Yamaha YBR 125. It's a 2012 model and it has a stock H4 LED installed in it, which is also an aftermarket one. You also see a scratch on the left hand side fairing. I would be replacing that panel as well with this process. So that is the close-up of the LED that is installed, and you have already seen how the output looks like. Okay, we start the process by removing the 3 bolts that holds the dome into its place. One bolt that I am removing is from the bottom side, and there are 2 Allen bolts on each side. We'll go ahead and remove all these 3, and the next step that we need to do is to just pull out the dome out of its bracket that I do right here. And like you see, always use something to dampen between the panels, the headlamp and the fender. So I put a cloth in there, disconnecting all the connections possible, and would take the dome to my table and start working on it. So we start by removing all the bolts that mount the main headlamp assembly onto this fairing part. I am going about them one by one. So removing the top ones, and then I'll go for the bottom ones. There are total 6 screws which holds the headlamp assembly to this fairing part. We'll remove all of them. The headlamp is almost out, only one last screw to remove the number plate, and that is all we have done. Now I'll pull out the bulb just by rotating it counterclockwise, then the dust cap, and then the mounting H4 socket. I'll also remove the pin that holds the H4 bulb into place. And the last step is to pull out the pilot lamp. Alright, so the next step that we need to do is to remove the lens from the reflector. We need to separate the lens from the reflector, and to do that we need to heat the headlamp with a heat gun. The best possible way to do that is to use a cardboard box to heat the whole thing like an oven and then pull it out. So what I'm doing here is basically making a cardboard oven, you can say, by cutting out a hole for the hot air to get in. And the next thing we'll do is just place the headlamp inside. And that is the heat gun sitting over there, and inside the headlamp sits, and the heat gun basically heats the air inside the box, in turn heating up everything inside the box. That makes sure that the butyl gum that holds the lens onto the reflector becomes softer, and it becomes very easy to separate them. So after about 15 to 20 minutes of heating in low speed, I removed the headlamp, and the next thing I'm doing is just pry open the lens. Basically the separation process is a little tricky. You have to just make sure that you don't break anything. It just has to be a prying process where you force the lens outward from the reflector and it separates. It's almost same for all two-wheelers out there in the market, including most of the super bikes. Yes, that butyl gum does look like cheese burst pizza. Also make sure to retain as much glue as possible, as this will be the same glue that we would be using to reseal this headlamp assembly. And there comes our LED projector with the high and low beam functionality. The link to buy this projector is in the description of this video, so do check out if you wish to buy this yourself. And I am using the bracket that came with this projector to mount it on the H4 socket. There's one small modification I had to do on this particular bracket, and that is there is a notch that is used to align the projector, but because the bulb sits slightly aligned or slightly inclined to one side, I had to file that part off, and that's all I did, and everything else was just direct fit. So I am securing the projector into place as snug as possible, and there is a silicone grommet that sits inside where the projector mounts onto the reflector that basically absorbs some of the heat and the vibrations that might get transferred from the headlamp to the projector unit. Just make sure that the projector is horizontally aligned properly, because there is a low beam cutout line which should be parallel to ground. If you are not sure, please light on the projector and check it before finalizing anything. The cutout line should be absolutely parallel to ground. That makes it look very nice. I did try to fix this shroud and ring onto this headlamp, but unfortunately due to the space constraint this did not work out well, so I had to dispose the idea of doing so. As you can see, it basically touched the lens and there was not enough space to accommodate the shroud and the ring into place. So I went with an alternative route. I went with a different shroud and I had to drop the idea of having a ring into place. This would have looked better than what the original one is looking like right now, but then space was the main constraint. I had to drop the idea. So I cut out the ring's LED part and used it as DRL or as a pilot lamp for this headlamp. It is just a pair of LEDs with its heatsink, which I fixed behind the projector and mounted them using zip ties. I also ensured that it doesn't move around, hence I applied a little bit of Fevicol just to make sure things stay into place, and Fevicol being pretty non-reactive to heat works pretty well for projector units. And that is the small shroud that I used to save space. It did not look that great, but then it had to serve a purpose and it definitely did so. I painted the shroud into matte black and it looked pretty nice after that. And there I am testing the DRL part of the headlamp. That's how the DRL looks like pretty much. It basically reflects light to the reflector and some part of the projector. Make sure that you get rid of every fingerprint that is on the reflector or the lens, because it looks very bad when there is a white light inside. The fingerprints get pretty visible, so make sure that you clean them well. You can use liquids like Colin and a microfiber cloth, and that should be all. I am adding some final touches to the shroud by applying a little bit of Fevicol on the clips. Just make sure that it is fastened onto the projector body, just for the safety factor, so it doesn't come out due to any vibrations. It anyways doesn't happen, but then it's always better to have added security or safety. And we go ahead and repeat the step of baking the headlamp again. It's the same process, exact same process, and we are trying to achieve the exact same thing, making the butyl glue soft so that the lens and reflector can be stuck together and sealed like how it was in the stock condition. Just make sure you don't burn your hand or fingers, because things are gonna get hot there. Use a cloth, a microfiber cloth ideally, and your job should be done pretty easily. And that is the final look of the headlamp. Here I am using a foam piece to seal the rear end of the headlamp assembly. This is to make sure that moisture or water does not get into the headlamp. I have already used the stock dust cap, the rubber dust cap, but there is a hole that needed to be sealed, and I used the foam piece to seal it. I applied a little bit of heat gun onto it so that the foam thing basically takes the shape and sits inside snug. The next step is to connect the DRL and to make the wiring for the headlamp or the projector. What I am doing here is making the whole unit plug and play. I am using the stock plugs of the headlamp so that there is no necessity of cutting wires, the stock wires of the motorcycle. And that is the male H4 socket that I ordered from Amazon. Again, link will be in the description. H4 or HS1 wire configuration, the socket wire configuration. The black one is the minus or negative or ground. The yellow one is the high beams positive, and the green one is the low beams positive. So that's exactly how we need to wire things up. However, when I connected everything onto the bike, the high beam and the low beam pins seem to be reversed, so I just used this trick to revert them back. To connect the main projector headlamp, I needed to use a diode. Here I am using a 10 amp diode. This diode makes sure that the projector gets power in both the high beam and the low beam. The only difference being, in the high beam there is a solenoid that gets power, so the solenoid is connected before the diode. I have used a relay to power the LED projector directly from the battery, and the H4 socket will make sure that everything is a direct fit. There is no wire cutting required whatsoever. I also sealed everything well with electric tape and zip ties, making it a good snug connection. Now we proceed towards installing back the headlamp onto the fairing assembly. I already replaced the damaged fairing before this. I also applied a little bit of Anabon 666T wherever required to make it waterproof, 100% moisture and waterproof, because that is something we don't want to get inside the headlamp assembly. Now we proceed towards installing back the headlamp onto the motorcycle. This is the exact same process, just in reverse order. If you have watched the first part of the video, this is just the reverse of it. And the last step was to connect or to power the relay directly from the battery, which is again a simple process. Just take a wire from the battery till the relay and that positive will be supplied to the LED. It's better to always have a fuse on the way, that way it is safer in case anything goes wrong or there is a short circuit. After this, all that was left was to put back the screws in place and to adjust the level of the headlamp, which is done by sitting on the bike or sometimes taking short spins to make sure that the low beam and the high beam are at the correct level. You don't want the low beam to hit the oncoming traffic, and you want the high beam to reach the right spot, the right spread, and to have the right coverage. Shutter 1/30, aperture 3.5, ISO 2500. The same settings, shutter 1/30, aperture 3.5 and ISO 2500. I am sure you can observe the difference in brightness and overall spread, also the color of the light output. The improvement is beyond imagination. I did not expect this to be so nice, as it's just a 35 watts LED projector. I am really very impressed with the projector's performance. The performance is in the ballpark of HID projectors. With this, we come to the end of this video. If you like the video, give it a thumbs up and share it with your friends who would like such videos. If you have any questions or doubts, shoot down a comment and I would definitely answer you. If you're new to the channel, consider subscribing. Thanks for watching again. Have a nice day. And always wear a helmet when you ride and seat belts when you drive. And always remember, good headlamps can make night rides much safer.